Hold on. BG, chill out, man. I know we just got off the plane, man. We just got off the plane. Hold on. We just got off the plane. Woo! We just got off the plane. Oh, it's Do You Hear Me? With Uniqo Williams. That's right. It's your boy. And I'm back with another one on a Thursday. You know, that's my favorite day of the week. But let me tell you why it's my favorite day of the week. You know, I was born on a Thursday. Let me tell you what's going on. I just got back from the bubble. I'm watching this basketball game right now. San Antonio playing against Utah. It's going down. It's going down. Memphis won. Phoenix won. Tonight, we got Dame Dillard. We're going to see if it's Dame time. Okay? And I'm going to tell you like this. You know, I have my old glasses on. I have my old mask on. I went to the bubble for a little bit. I had to see what's going on for myself. And you know, we believe in conspicuous consumption. You know, if you got it, flown it. You feel me? Shout out to Uncle Shay. We got a full episode for you today. I'm very excited to be back with you as I always am. Let's get to it. A lot of bubble basketball stuff going on. We'll get into that, but big news was made this week in regards to the presidency and who's going to be our next president. Who's going to be that? And Biden and Joe Biden. You know, there's something about somebody named Joe. It's something about him. You just can't take your eyes off of him. I get it, and I know it. I understand it. But let's get it cracking. We'll get into it, man. I'm not going to take all of your time today because I'm in the middle of the halftime of the Utah versus San Antonio Spurs game. Spurs got to win to be relevant in this situation. I'm seeing Utah winning this. So we'll go from there. First off, before we even get into all that, I got to say happy birthday to two special, important people to me. First off, my cousin Erica. Happy birthday, baby. I see you. Now, if you need to get your wig together and all that, or if you need to just get your hair together and all that, cuz got you. I mean, I done seen what she done did. And she done made some of y'all look better than you did. I like it. Also, Chili Will, my quarterback, my best friend, my family. Much love. Happy birthday, my brother. And he's actually spending his day on the job today. So, if y'all know what he does, tell him thank you. Because he at the job, doing his thing to help us all out. So, you know, I did some research today. And I got to be real with you. I didn't know very much about Kamala Harris today and until today. Like, you know, I knew some things. I knew that she was a district attorney in California. You know, that's a very, I would say, liberal state. And she didn't get the most love out of it, if that makes sense. Based off of, you know, basically what we're going through right now as African Americans and police brutality and all that kind of thing going on. She didn't have the best background when it came to that kind of thing, like, you know, systemic, you know, racism and all of that. But I did come into it knowing that she looks some good. So, but that's not what makes anybody that you look some good. What are you talking about? Well, then she hit me over the head. She AKA. Woo! Don't get me on them AKAs. I don't want to get to talking about the AKAs. You know, the AKAs, they something special. Sweet. Y'all don't get me on them. But so that's what I knew going into this. I thought she looked some good, and she's an AK. That's what I went into going into this episode. And then, you know, I started researching some things about her time as a district attorney. She did some time in San Francisco, and then, you know, like district attorney of, like, I don't know, California. I'm not into all the politics stuff, but she's in it, so I gotta speak on it. Also because she's a sister girl. Now all them folk out there, y'all know y'all sit there and show out and y'all worry about who is somebody naturalized citizen and all that stuff. Man, ain't nobody. Listen, y'all tried that stuff with Obama. He got in there. He did 8 years. And as far as I can see, the last few presidents we've had, shout out to my boy BG checking out the scene. The last few like presidents we had, they've done 8 years. Because you get 2 terms. Each term is 4 years for those who don't know that. Because I feel like I got to say for those who don't know that, because there's a lot of people that don't know that. Like, a lot of different people don't know that. They don't know a lot about a lot of things when it comes to the political aspect of things. And let's take some time to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. So, Joe Biden, that was the vice president for Barack Obama. Okay, cool. We like Barack. I honestly, and I'm going to be real with you, I can't say that he's done anything directly for me. I really can't say any of the presidents that we've had ever have done anything directly for me. So I just want to start there. And I'll conclude with where I think that we're at now and where I hope to go. So Kamala, other than she's oh so fine. Something about 1907. Something about that year. Other than that, she was a district attorney, and her job was to make criminals pay for being criminals. That was her job. And that's what I've learned the most about this, about her in general, is that she had a job and she was supposed to do it. She's a district attorney. It's the state versus whoever. Part of the state is Kamala. So, with that being said, she has some stuff on her record that would say that she's not exactly for the black male, or she's not exactly like the right part of the system that we're trying to take down. I think it looks like from what I've read, there's some times that it didn't really look like she was for, you know, criminal reform and all that kind of stuff. It was just like, let's lock up as many people. I won't say black, but because of the way that the system works and all that, and society works, and the neighborhoods that had to get built up because of the things that happened in the past of America. I mean, she worked within that system, and there was a sense that the law was broken, and you just got to kind of be like, let me prove that you broke the law. And let's not speak on why people had to break the law and why people have to live the way that they live. I feel like there's going to be an appropriate time for that. And that time is now. That time is now. There's a lot of downtrodden people. And if you take on a job like that, it can lead people to believe that you don't like us. You don't like black men, because that's pretty much who gets incarcerated. We know that. We're having this whole thing now because of black men being, you know, killed, murdered, if you will. Breonna Taylor, her murders are still out there. I mean, that's still a thing. And I think they kind of want us to forget that. So I'm going to say it again here on my show. She was murdered. And we going to keep that going. But beyond that, there was a time when DNA was withheld for somebody that was on death row. The DNA evidence was withheld because of this conviction thing and all of that. There's some stuff out there that doesn't look that great when it comes to her and on her behalf and what she's trying to do. I gotta play it fair, because what I'm saying now has a lot to do with where we're trying to go. So this is not a super duper, hey, vote for Kamala thing. We're not here for that. What we're here for is we're going to do the facts, and then I would implore you to make good decisions based off of what I have to say. And you know, I ain't nobody, but let's look at the facts first before we go into, you know, anything. So that happened, and so it looked like she was just trying to lock folk up. Her job was to, if somebody broke the law, you got to pay for it. That's fair. I think that's fair. Is she really pushing for it to be a more equal system? I don't know that. I don't know that yet. I don't. And I asked myself that. Because like I said, I didn't know. I seen her in a couple of like rallies. I was like, ooh, who that gal is. But it goes beyond that. It goes like, okay, now you about to be sitting there like making decisions and helping make decisions and voting on decisions and things like that. What you trying to do? Because honestly, it looks like that the turn that this election is going, based off of like this late entry in a sense, because we vote in November, it's August, you hear me? So where we're at now, it looks like we bring her in, so now we gotta start dissecting her. And like I said before, going into when they say that she was the vice president, I didn't really know much about her. I didn't live in the state of California as much as I love the city of San Diego. Oh, how I love you, Los Angeles. Shout out to Mountain View. I love y'all from the south to the north. But I didn't know. So I had to ask the questions. I had to ask, so who is she? What does she do? And so her job was to lock people up, in which we know that from a criminal standpoint, typically it's black men or people of color that have to go through that. So here we are. Come November, we got to make a choice. And what was so weird and surprising to me, because you kind of feel like anybody other than the person that's in presidency right now is better. And the reason I say that is because of I feel like your president is supposed to represent you and who you are. Now, like, don't get it wrong. People can have different points of view. They can have that kind of thing. But I personally, this last president, he did not, or this current president. Because like I said, because Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, all y'all trying. I'm not no left, I'm not no right. I'm just saying I'm about the right. And I'm not saying that I'm with the right wing. I'm not saying none of that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm about the right and what's right to me. And the person that he's displayed is not what represents me and who I am. Like when I go to Korea, when I go to Japan, when I go to Russia, wherever, I want to always give off a feeling of love, a feeling of I just want to make things right. That's the type of person that I perceive myself to be. I think that people should do the right thing. And the concept of right thing is just that concept. How do you perceive what is right and wrong? And what we've seen, if I can give our current president any type of acknowledgement, I can say he did one thing for us. He showed us who's really racist and who, like his words incited people to say how they really feel. And it's caused a divide. Like, it was one thing for it to be like, Barack Obama, he's black, and you know, you can't have no black president, and that, this, that, and the third, and try and find out, you know, just try and be on the sly, figure out why there shouldn't be a black guy as the president. But Trump straight up he opened the floodgates to be like, you know what, I'm racist and I don't like black people, and we can talk about the criminals from Mexico. We can talk. He brought up a whole bunch of stuff that incited a type of fear that maybe even some people before he came up really even thought. Like, some people probably was cool with black folk, but you know, they might have felt some type of way about, you know, people crossing our borders, that kind of thing. They might have already felt that kind of way. But you know, they voted for Barack because it is what it is. But Trump made it easy for people to just really say how they feel. So I'm happy that the one thing he did do was show us what it is out here. And I'm here for that. So in order for real change to happen, we need to know who is the real enemies out here. Who are the real people that are trying to make our country, and I'm not even gonna go with country because we are world power. We are the number one power. It's just showing our weakness. Is that we're not truly together in America. But obviously the George Floyd thing showed us how together we can be. But it also showed the ugly side of how divisive we can be. And it hurt me to see all, like, this was a tough, like, during the pandemic. Because you don't, on some real stuff, you don't got nothing to do but watch and see what's going on social media. You don't have anything to do but see what videos are out now. You don't have anything else to do but that. And that's what we saw. We saw videos of people being racist. We saw people, don't even get started on the mask thing, but let's talk about the mask that was on that they took off. And it's the one that where people are very, man, there's some racist folk out here, and there's some people that don't care for black folk. And that's always confused me. Because I feel like I have blood running through my body. I have 2 eyeballs. I have 2 arms. I apologize to people that don't have all their appendages. I'm just saying we're all born in a sense with the same, like, you know, base thing. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a mind to do what you do. Now, obviously, we do have those that are disabled. And, you know, I got much love for those that have disabilities and whatnot. My heart goes out to them for sure. But it's this notion that because your skin's like lotion, that you're better than other people. Like I'm talking to you in English right now. That's what we speak in America, right? That's what we do. Obviously, you know, we speak Spanish, we speak French, we do all that out here. Don't get it twisted. I know we speak multiple languages. Bilingual will rule the day one day, I believe. But it's just this notion that just because I look different than you, I don't deserve as good as you do. I don't deserve to be treated like you. And I'll never forget, there's a piece of paper, there's a piece of paper that's law. That's the Constitution. And I know they wrote it with the foundation of saying that all men are created equal. And then there was some part in there that was like all free men or all free white men, something like that. And to this day in 2020, what they did that, what, in 1776, they wrote all that, did all that jazz. Here we are in 2020 still trying to fight for that same type of thing. It's still not cut and dry that all men, and when I say men, I mean people. That's just how it's written, because that'll tell you. Shout out to my feminists out there. They wrote men in there. But I will tell you like this. That's not what it means to me. It means that all people are created equal and should be treated equally. That's just what it is. So to have a president that actually like stands on that, man, I'm telling y'all right now, President Trump, he's using, because let's keep it real, because right now, minorities are the minorities. And the majority, they are white people. And I get that. And that's cool, man. And shout out to all the white people that are my friends right now. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the ones that believe that when you run up to me, you automatically deserve. I do that at four-way stops, okay? At four-way stops, I gotta look, and then some people just be like, I'm going past you because I'm white and you're black. I do that at a four-way stop in my country roads that I'm out here. Don't get me started on that. We all deal with it. And I'll never see that person again. Or those people. I'll never see them again. But it's the fact that I had to endure that. That you had this moment of triumph where I went through that four-way stop before you because I'm white. No. When I come to the four-way stop, I come as who was there first. Because that's who has the right of way. Because that's what the state of Indiana says, who has the right of way is the person that got there first. But then also shout out to the allies out there. The allies that sit there and we get to the four-way stop. Sometimes they let me go for GP. And then that's where we're getting the all lives matter thing all mixed up with the Black Lives Matter thing. Nobody's saying that nobody's life matters. Kamala, I just need to see what you're talking about, but I'm going off on what I gotta say. I'm done with that. I'm going for it just because I believe that people can change. She was a DA from 2004 to 2011, and she was doing her job in a sense, and I hate that. And you know, matter of fact, before I get into that, let me get into this story. So, in one of my many adventures, y'all know I be showing out, I met a probation officer, and I asked them, or asked that person, I asked them, what does it take to keep your job? What standards do you have to abide by in order for you to keep your job? I felt like that was a necessary question because probation officers have the ability to lock you back up or say, hey, you did it successfully, good job. I asked them, what standard do you need to hold in order to continue to do your job? And you know what that person told me? Nothing. Nothing at all. We don't have a standard. Just do what I do. Now, had that person said, okay, well, I need to keep this many people locked up per year or per capita or whatever you want, whatever. If that was like a goal that they have to hit, okay, I have a problem with that. And that you didn't want to give me that answer. You didn't want to give me that answer. That could be the truth, but that answer was not given to me. The answer that was given to me was, we don't have one. So there's no expectation as to what your job really is. Is your job really to help people or is it not? That's what we don't know. We don't know that. I don't know it. From what I've been told, they don't have an expectation. They don't have a number of people. So what you're telling me is people can go in there with their own vendetta against people, no matter what their bias is, or because they got into law for a reason. And Kamala, with your oh so fine self, you can go into law and do whatever you want to do. Maybe something happened to where you just want all the bad guys locked up, and it's your job to just find all the bad things and make them locked up. But what if one of them's true? What if one of them actually didn't do it? Do you stand up and you say, we were wrong? That's what we're looking for in all this political stuff. Is we're looking for Who's doing the right thing? Who's giving everybody a fair and equal chance? Man, now if you sat up there on the block and you sold 30 kilos sitting on that block for 20 years, you got to go. That's it. Also, the people that are held to expectation, like the education department, how many people are passing these tests? And let's not leave it as like a whole percentage, because let's not forget that black folks are considered a minority, right? So let's not sit there. We got to hold people to a standard. That's just it. In order for America to be a great country because come on, we already in the lead. So why not continue to get better? Why would you not? Why don't we say how many people that got out of prison? How many people can we continue to keep them on that wavelength? Shout out to BG for kicking my camera. I'm sick of my dog. And you back in here. I appreciate you though. I love you. And you slept on that couch yesterday and I told you not to. But that's all right. That's my guy. Why can't we say how many people can you keep from going back to prison? Make that a standard. Let's build a standard for the people that control the lives of people. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I am. I don't know. I'm just looking at things from a standpoint of that we want people to have a fair chance. And we want people to look at people from an eyesight of like, oh, he's black, so he's going back. We don't want that. I don't want that. That's not how I look at the world's eyes. And when I meet somebody, best foot forward. I put my best foot forward. This is who I am. And then you tell me who you are. Now, if I rock with that, I do. But if I don't, I don't. And it's based off your actions and the words that you say. It's not about how you look out the gate, because some people get extra opportunities because of how they look. And not so much of what they do and what they say. That's not fair. And that's not right. So here's what I'm saying. Let's go back to Kamala. Sweet Kamala. Let's go back to her. I know you did what you did, so you saw the dirty part of law. So what I'm going to need you to do is take that, and I want you to have a real heart to say this. We're done with all that. We're going to start treating people as they should be treated. We're going to go with people with a good heart. There are bad people in this world. I 100% understand that. I get it. But let's not just say everybody that goes in that courtroom is a bad person. Let's not. So with that being said, you're going through what you're going through now. You're trying to be the vice president of the United States of America. Biden, they talking crazy about you. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about the sister girl. All right, I hear you. We talking about the sister girl people are going to stand behind you and believe that you're going to do what's going to make. Man, I understand we make mistakes. Everybody make mistakes. There's all type of crazy stuff that goes on in this world. But people are inherently good and they're taught evil things. But there is an opportunity to change and help people. I believe that. And I stand behind that. You know, I saw a report today that FC Dallas, Football Club Dallas, is a soccer team in Dallas, Texas. And they kneel for the anthem. And they were booed. Boo. They were booed. I'm just having a problem understanding why people cannot understand what people are kneeling for. You keep on bringing it back to some cloth. Stop bringing it back to the cloth. Okay, the flag says that's where we live. This is where we go. This is where we grew up. That we're citizens of that. I get that. Okay? I get that. We from here. We gonna rep. It's not about that. It's about what that flag is supposed to mean in what's actually happening. And that's what you're failing to realize, people. People that just stand up and say, oh, the flag, this is the flag. Oh, say, I can't see any justice going on around here. Okay? We having our own problems in our workplaces. Going to just random places, walking down the street. You ever see? I've seen it. I walk down the street and a white person has walked to the other side of the street because they fear me. Ain't nothing to fear. Underdog is here. Because that's what we feel like all the time. Underdog. They went out there to play that game down there in Dallas. They went in front of their home fans. They went down there and played that game. And was met with boos. Now you done went to the game. I know y'all don't love just soccer like that, because now I gotta start getting on. I gotta start getting on the South. I gotta start getting on Texas. And you know I love me some Texas, man. My people down there don't play me like that. But the way y'all acted as far as history goes, y'all be showing out. And y'all be showing y'all true colors, and y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. And y'all booed them. First of all, they wasn't supposed to play the national anthem for that game. They had requested that. People took a knee. Y'all played the national anthem. It is what it get. All right, cool. But y'all booed them. And then here we got Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He comes on the scene after we have not seen him in 109 days. He has not said anything. Now, this is the master of, you going to see me and you going to hear me. He ain't saying nothing during this whole time that George Floyd, he ain't said nothing. And I think it was something behind that. I believe it was something behind that. If don't nobody else believe nothing was behind that, I do. I 100% do. You come out here and you walk the line like Johnny Cash. Walk the line. There's good people on both sides. You walk the line. Somebody else said that. Now that's down there in Charleston, North Carolina, and that boy did what he did, ran over them folk that was protesting. Was good people on both. We don't want to hear that. So again, let me get back to you, Kamala. Kamala. A.K. Kamala. Let me get back to you. You have to stand up for what is actually right. What is good for people. You need the justice system. Some people do need to be locked up. Some people do need that. Some people do need being locked up as a deterrent to keep people from doing bad things. Some people do need to not understand that why you would stand on that. I get that. But you got to look at it and see what you're doing. Because a lot of people are going to come into this election just like I did. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know much about her. Now, this is what they done told me about you. And I looked up some records. This is what they done told me about you. But I believe that people are capable of change. People are capable of change. And people can be very good people. Some people can make mistakes and turn out to be great people. And I think that's what we need to stand on. And when I say we, us as America, we have to stand on that. We can't stand on this divisive stuff. That's not, or more stuff, or more people are going to be hurt. It's going to be more damage. It's going to be all the stuff that people are talking about. I'm sick of talking about this. Basketball is back. I'm trying to see my Lakers. When I say my Lakers, I mean my LeBron James and the Lakers. I'm trying to see them win a championship because my boy Legacy, he's trying to do his thing for his legacy. That's what I want to think about right now. I should not be having to think about every single thing. Like, I should not be having to think about the everyday stuff that people go through that they shouldn't be going through. I shouldn't be having to think about that. That's not where I'm at. It's not where I'm at. This ain't no political show. I just want anybody that's a first time viewer or anything, and this ain't political show. We supposed to come on here is Do You Hear Me? With Uniqo Williams. When we shout out and we talk to people, we have people on the couch. Some people that shouldn't be on the couch. Shout out to BG, but I'm sure he's got a good reason for him being on the couch. And I think we have a common denominator. BG and I. It's a comfortable couch. He ain't even opened his eyes ever since I said his name. BG, BG, BG. But he feels like he's where he belongs. And who am I to say he doesn't belong there? Because I like it there. I take multiple naps on that couch. It's a beautiful couch. Shout out to my Uncle Sam, man. Appreciate that donation. But who's to say he can't be on there? He ain't did nothing. I own him, but I don't own him. He can do what he wants to. Shout out to his daddy that's laying on the floor. If he want to go, he'll go. We know that about him. But that dog over there, he like that couch. So do I. So who am I to say that he doesn't belong there? They're trying to bring college football back amidst the corona. I think that's something that we need to talk about too. And my thoughts on it is I think it's a real thing. And that's why I was so big on when I heard about Football Club Dallas. Here we go again. Somebody in the South showing out, acting like this is not a thing. Just love to bring back any type of Civil War thing y'all can bring back. I ain't wearing that. What I look like wearing a mask? No. And no, I'm saying the accent because I got the same one. Do you hear me? Okay? I got the same. I'm from there. I got plenty of that. But give it up and try and be more united. Like everybody just come up with ways to be divisive. And this whole show, the whole point of my show that I've wanted since I was in 3rd grade is to talk about our commonalities opposed to our differences. And people try so hard to divide us. So I'm going to bring that back to you about Kamala. A.K.A. Kamala. Why I bring it back to that is because even in our own culture, people are finding ways to say, oh, you're just going to follow her. She used to lock people up, blah, blah, blah. Look at the policies that they want to do. Hear them out and see if she's changed. Bro, if she's been the same exact person, if she's being a terrible person, be done with it then. I'm with that. If I see the same thing, I'm gonna be with that. If she's like really not changed and she's trying to actually help systemic racism that's going on to this day, that people have been a victim of because of some of the decisions that you've made, and you want to change, and you're in a position to change that, well, it was something about 1907 and I really like. It might be 19. I apologize to all the AKs if I'm saying it wrong. All I'm saying is this. Are you really trying to make the world better? That's what we want to know. That's what we need to know. Because we don't want nobody. We keep on getting these. I don't know who decided that 70-year-old white man was just the standard for all presidents. I don't know how old Bill Clinton was. We've had a whole lot of white presidents, okay? It's time to let somebody else that can't like stop looking at what they look like and see what they say and what they have to offer. I'm here for that. So that's where I'm at with all this. Make your own decision of what you want to do. Do your research and hear these people out and see what they're talking about. Because I know one person is in office right now. If he goes to Saudi Arabia, Russia, Japan, Australia, Netherlands, all that, Canada, Toronto, all that. You go any of those places, when you go there, I want you to represent my ideals about how this world can be better. Because it's not just about America being better, it's about the world being better. I'm here for that. Okay. So when we're looking at these candidates going forward, listen to what they have to say and are they about your ideals? Because if they are, vote for them. If they're not, don't vote for them. I mean, it's really that easy. So I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, if you're trying to figure out who you need to love on oh so much, and you feel like you need to vote, then come on over to Christian Mingle. It's your boy Bartholomew. Holla at your boy. You ain't gotta vote on me because I'm not a choice. I'm an obvious decision. This has been another episode of Do You Hear Me? With Uniqo Williams. I holla. Much love, man, for real.